The break-in that helped empty more than 150 cryptocurrency wallets may have started not inside LastPass, but on one employee's home computer. Not a data center, not a hardened corporate laptop, a personal machine in a private house far outside the company perimeter. By 2025, federal prosecutors said that chain of events helped expose customer vault backups and set the stage for the theft of more than $150 million in crypto assets. And what makes this case disturbing isn't just the money, it's the path. A tiny point of weakness, then a second one, then a third, then people waking up to drained wallets.
If you like true crime tech told from court records instead of headlines, subscribe. I cover one real case at a time, and this one is a blueprint for how danger can start outside the firewall. LastPass was one of the best-known password managers in the world. Millions of people trusted it with the keys to their digital lives. In 2022, the company disclosed a breach involving its development environment, and later, a second incident involving stolen customer vault backups. On paper, that already sounded bad. But the 2025 guilty plea added something colder: an alleged human route into the company through a senior DevOps engineer's personal device. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office and court filings, the defendant was Joel DeCapua, who pleaded guilty in 2025 in the LastPass breach case. Prosecutors said he targeted the home computer of a senior DevOps engineer and used that foothold to capture credentials and access data. That matters because DevOps roles often sit near the plumbing of a company, not the storefront, the pipes, the valves, the rooms behind the walls. And this is the part that really stayed with me when I read through the case material. The perimeter everyone imagines is often not the real perimeter at all. The real edge of the company can be a browser session in somebody's spare bedroom. How many firms have accepted that reality? Investigators said the compromise involved a keylogger installed after the engineer's home machine was breached. A keylogger, in simple terms, is software that secretly records what a user types. Not flashy, not cinematic, just patient. The kind of tool that turns trust into raw material. From there, prosecutors said credentials were captured, access expanded, and data connected to LastPass systems was stolen. Reports from LastPass later said the threat actor used information stolen from a DevOps engineer's home computer to access a cloud-based backup. That backup contained customer vault data and encrypted secure notes, along with unencrypted website URLs and other metadata. That distinction matters a lot, because this wasn't simply a company got hacked. It was a chain reaction where one personal endpoint allegedly helped expose material that customers believed was locked away behind layers of corporate security. I think that's the real thesis of this case. The modern breach doesn't always begin with a fortress wall getting blown open. Sometimes it begins with a side door no one emotionally classifies as part of the fortress. And once that mistake is made, the rest can unfold with brutal logic. In August 2022, LastPass first said an unauthorized party gained access to portions of its development environment through a compromised developer account. In November 2022, the company disclosed that information obtained in that earlier incident was used to target another employee and obtain credentials and keys for cloud storage access.
by December 2022, LastPass said customer vault backups had been copied. 3 public moments, 3 steps, 1 deepening disaster. What do you think was the bigger failure here? The personal device exposure? Or the fact that access from that device could lead to cloud backup material this sensitive? Tell me in the comments. Then came the aftermath that pushed this story out of major breach territory and into something darker. Blockchain investigator Zach XBT alleged that the LastPass theft was followed by the draining of more than 150 wallets, totaling over $35 million in one 2023 wave alone, and later tied the broader fallout to more than $150 million stolen from crypto holders. Not every victim realized what connected them at first. Some just saw assets gone. Some had been storing private keys or seed phrases in secure notes. And ask yourself this: what is a secure note worth when the surrounding chain breaks? What does encryption mean to an ordinary customer if operational access upstream is compromised badly enough? Those are ugly questions, but they're the right ones. The human impact here is easy to flatten into headlines. Crypto, wallets, millions. But behind those words are individual people who believed they had built a private bunker for the most dangerous secrets they owned. Then, months later, some of them watched funds disappear. Retirement money, business reserves, life-changing amounts, gone. What strikes me is how delayed the pain was. This wasn't like a smashed storefront where everyone hears the glass break. It was more like a silent leak in the walls. The breach disclosures came in stages. The consequences surfaced over time. Victims were left to connect dots after the fact. How do you defend yourself against a crime that arrives late? And here's the twist that makes the whole case even colder. The 2025 guilty plea did not mean the entire crypto draining campaign was neatly solved. It clarified one entry point in the LastPass case. It did not magically rewind the losses. It did not restore trust. And it did not erase the possibility that data stolen in one breach can echo for years in the hands of other criminals. That's the re-engagement point in this story for me. We all want the clean ending. Arrest made, mystery closed, lesson learned. But cybercrime rarely gives you that. Sometimes law enforcement closes one chapter while victims are still living inside the previous one. The plea also undercuts a comforting myth, but people like to imagine corporate security failures as something that happens because a company ignored an obvious flashing red light. Sometimes that's true, but sometimes the weak point is more intimate than that. A whole network, a personal machine, a login typed in the wrong place at the wrong time. The betrayal is small before it becomes enormous. There's also a broader lesson here about vendor trust. Password managers sell peace of mind. That's the product, really, not just storage. Confidence. So when one of these services is breached through a path that sounds almost domestic, the damage is not only technical, it's psychological. Every customer has to revisit an uncomfortable question. Where is the boundary between my secrets and someone else's operational risk? If that detail hit you as hard as it hit me when I read the filings, that
the path may have started on a home computer? Leave a like. Cases like this deserve to be understood beyond the headline. In the legacy of this case, 3 things changed. First, it became a cautionary story about the false comfort of off-network thinking. Second, it intensified scrutiny around how password managers store, segment, and protect customer backups. Third, it became a warning to anyone holding high-value secrets and digital notes of any kind. Your own security model is only as strong as the least visible dependency in the chain. My opinion, based on the record, is simple. This case is not just about one alleged attacker or one company's bad month. It's about how modern security still treats the human edge as an exception, when it is actually the front line. Until companies design around that reality, breaches like this will keep starting in places that feel too ordinary to be dangerous. One home computer, one captured stream of keystrokes, one cloud access path, then a vault problem, then a trust problem, then, allegedly, a catastrophe measured in emptied wallets. And maybe that's the hardest part of this whole story. Not that the system was penetrated, that the first crack may have appeared in a place most people would never count as part of the system at all. If true crime tech fascinates you from the technical side, subscribe and join me. Here, the details come from indictments, plea records, and breach disclosures, not just headlines. Next case, I'll show you another cybercrime where the smallest overlooked detail carried the biggest price.